Okay, we're back. Good morning. Yesterday, we talked about what it looked like for us to build for the future. And we talked about the way that building for the future begins with our worship, and our praise of God. It's the foundation of our relationship with God because it orients our minds and orients our hearts towards Him. One of the things that I've been doing lately is maybe this is you. But I often have praise and worship songs go through my head, and I've noticed that sometimes that happens, like maybe during times of temptation or times where I'm struggling with something, where I'm not focusing on God in the way that I ought to. So I have these words of the songs that we sing on Sunday mornings go through my head. And one of the things that I've been doing, or that I had done previously, I just kind of let that sit in my head, and I didn't really allow that to impact and affect the choices that I was making or the decisions that I was making or how I was responding to the situation and the circumstance that was going on. But what I've started to do recently is when I've heard those songs in my head, sometimes I sing them. So when I'm in private, I sing them. And other times I just say them out loud. Like I just say it along with the songs that I'm singing. And what that does is it doesn't allow those things to just stay in my head, but it actually allows them to come out of my mouth. Like in terms of like a declarative statement or a declarative word of praise. Like I'm reminding God of who He is, not because He doesn't know, but because I'm reminding of God of who He is, so that I am reminded of who God is. So remembering that worship is the foundation of our relationship with God. When we say these things out loud, when we claim them, we're declaring that they're true. And that's been something that's been really helpful for me to do. So I would challenge you this week to set aside 5 minutes a day and look for ways that you can worship God, maybe through song, through a prayer, read a psalm, and just focus that time on worshiping God. There are a few reflection questions in the notes. I would encourage you to read through those as well. I want to let you know that I love you. I'm praying with you and I'm praying for you. And specifically, that you would see all of the ways that worship is a foundation of your relationship with God. See you tomorrow.